Good morning, guys. This is the beginning. Thank you for tuning in. This is the beginning of week 7. They didn't do anything yesterday because the winds was really high. So they have to be very careful when the winds are high to not damage anything. So as you can see, they are carefully loading up the material to the roof, and they putting on the black tarp. Not much to show right now, but I just wanted to introduce week 7. So I think this week will be more pictures from our project manager because and excuse my guys, I realize I keep saying because we won't be here next weekend. We'll be here the following weekend. So these windows down below, where I am right now, over here, where am I? Represents the dining, the living, the family room, living room, I should say, with the windows. That small little window is the bathroom, and that's the back porch. So I'm excited to see what week 7 is going to end up looking like. So stay tuned. And what I want you guys to do is have an amazing day on purpose. Thank you.
It looks like they are taking the shingles off the boom to start putting on the roof.
We stayed around long enough to actually see some action. I will show a still picture of them completing the tarp in the back of the house, and now they're making their way to the front. It's been about maybe 2 hours or so, and they are really working. And up top you'll see all of the shingles that has been delivered. I don't know whether or not the shingles on top of the roof is for the entire roof or just for a portion, but keeping you updated. Week 7.
You're seeing everything in now. Electric's in, water lines are in, HVAC's all run. And then what they just did today is all the fire foaming, so like the orange foam. And then you'll see the caulk beads against all of your top and bottom plates. And then if you look up here in your attic, the cardboard ceiling baffles. So they create that channel between the OSB and that baffle. So that way it allows air to pass through, since it's an unconditioned space. And then it escapes out through that ridge vent, which is at the peak of the middle. Yep. So that's what those are for.
So is there a difference between it being black and it being
So
silver?
the ones, no difference. If you notice, the black ones can go tight to a joist, and these here are on spreader bars. So that way we can keep them center where we want it.
Got it.
See how it's kind of off the joist a little bit, off the truss? That's why it's on that bar, so it allows it to slide.
Gas line.
Yep, gas line, he's finishing up one thing, but that's gonna be there for your range there.
Okay.
Microwaves up above. And you can see all of their outlets for the kitchen are gonna be countertop height. You see how they're midway up?
That many, huh?
It's many, it's no shortage of outlets if you look around.
I see.
There's no every 10 feet and then every 6 feet from the doorway. And then obviously the little recessed cavity for the refrigerator. Water line's already gonna be there. So it's just a matter of you. Yep, just a matter of you bringing in the fridge. The water line's there. It's just a matter of hooking it up, pressurizing it, you're good to go. Here would be the would-be planning desk. So here's the one that you asked for up high. Important one on this side, so that way you can tap behind it.
Right.
Yep.
be outside.
A couple different switches, yep. So one will be your lights here, the other's gonna do the fan.
Okay.
And then also there are two-way switches for parts of the kitchen and the dinette area here.
Okay.
So you see how you have quite a few of them?
Yeah.
It all makes sense when we're able to flip
Right.
them and see which one goes where.
Okay. Okay.
And then there is a ceiling, that's the ceiling fan.
Yeah.
So there's your rough-in right there, and then these are your lights that will be hooked up on
Okay.
each side of it, correct? Yep. Fireplace that will be coming tomorrow. That'll sit right in here, we'll do all the installation for that, hook up our gas line that's ready to go. And then above that will be your high outlet and the HDMI pre-wire. So if you follow that switch right here, which is gonna flip the switch for your light on this covered porch.
And that comes.
Yep, and that's standard, yep. The only thing that's extra for you guys was that ceiling fan for the other rear covered porch. And then this will be your first floor pool bath.
Everything specs.
Yeah, everything's specs, that's it.
The better way we used to
That's
use
it.
copper.
Copper, no more soldering, no more
That's
bends.
it.
It's
This is easy.
You just bend it and loop it.
That's it.
It's all, this is going to be where the thermostat's located, and it's going to control this floor temperature and the big. So they just poured, yep. So we got it blanketed so that way it cures with the cold temps.
Right.
And then you'll have your three lights in the porch up above, so you can see them. Upstairs, downstairs. What's the call?
We gonna go.
Up.
All right.
Stairs are in, so you got your oak right below all the coverings. All right. Big space up here. Yep. Bigger than a piece of paper, huh? So
Don't
here's-
judge us,
obviously,
TJ.
so now you'll see all the conditioned airs coming from the ceiling. So if you follow the ductwork prancing down in each room, and then again you'll see all the outlets, and then here in the loft. Coming in obviously tray ceilings, so yep, one's gonna be your lights, one's gonna be your switch receptacle.
Okay.
So you guys have them right out here outside the tray like you wanted. Ceiling, or the smoke detectors up there in the tray. And then for you guys, you have two conditioned air registers.
Good morning, guys. I hope everybody is doing well. Thank you for tuning in to, I think I want to play with the name of this YouTube channel and call it Just Us Simmons. Tell me what you think about that. But I'm starting my day. I'm in my home, the home that I actually live in, and I'm getting ready to make me a cup of tea. And I love this tea, particular tea. See if you can see it. Women's Raspberry Leaf. It is the bomb. I love it. And I also love drinking it out of one of my favorite cups. It's a new day, because every day you wake up, it's a new day. So stay tuned. I think I'm going to talk today about interest rates, because that's where we at right now with the new construction. Is we now have to lock in interest rates. So as you can see, my tea is about to, or water is about to bubble, and I'm going to prepare my tea, and I'll be right back. I'm back. I got my tea. And I'm currently sitting in my living room. And I just wanted to talk to you guys and share what's next regarding the new construction home. We received a phone call maybe about 2 weeks ago from the loan officer of the current mortgage company that wants us to do business with them. And they said, hey guys, it's time to lock in your interest rate. And they provided us, as most of you may know, not going to assume, but they provided us with either a 90-day lock or a 180-day lock. And 180-day lock, the interest rate is not as good as if you was to lock in 90 days. So that only tells you that we're very close to approaching the closing date. Still have a few more months to go. Actually, today makes officially week 8. And hopefully I will have some footage for you. And if it's not footage, then definitely still pictures from our project manager, as he so graciously makes sure he updates us every week of the home. And there has been some significant changes, not necessarily to the outside, but definitely to the inside of the house. So back to the interest rate. So as we and my husband is just, doing our research and sitting down and having lots of conversation about what we think is best, where do we feel we want this mortgage to be? We, was looking over the interest rates because, in the pandemic, when the height of the pandemic, the rates were like really, really low. So right now, the rates are creeping up. And you can still get a 2% rate, but you have to buy it with a lot of points. And we just didn't want to do that. So we're looking at the interest rate in the category of the threes and doing the math to determine whether or not 3.2 or the difference between a 3.2 or 3.5 or 3.7, how much difference it would be with the amount of money that we are projecting to put down on the new construction. And, and just having those type of conversations, and we're finding that it's not that easy. It's not so much that we don't like the mortgage company that we have. We just find that in order to get a decent rate, you have to buy down the points and you have to pay. And the rate that they want you to pay. So for an example, if your credit score is strong enough and you want a 3.2 interest rate for which ours will be a 30-year fixed rate, you would have to pay like 3.2, if my memory serves me correctly, almost like $20,000 to pay down the points. And even though they do provide you with a dollar amount incentive, you were like, no way. Like, you work so hard to keep your credit decent, and they want you to charge you $20,000 to have a 3.2. I was like, that just it didn't sit well with us. And then we did the math, and we went from, okay, what if we do a 3.6? They still want like $16,000 minus the incentive. And we're like, so we have to give you that much more money in addition to the closing cost and the substantial amount of money that we want to put down on the house. I was like, didn't sit well with us at all. So we decided to not lock in. We're kind of taking a little bit of a chance, or should I say risk, or faith walk. And we reached out to another lender that was recommended to us. And of course, they had to pull our credit because we're kind of like towards the end of January. And so the current loan officer said that they're going to pull our credit again for the second time just to make sure things are good. And after this pulling of the credit, they shouldn't be pulling our credit anymore until we close. And then when we close, right before we close, it'll be a soft pull. So I was saying to myself, well, if they're going to pull the credit again, right, which is going to be considered a hard pull, or should I say a hard inquiry, then we might as well allow another lender to pull our credit. And then after they pull the credit, when the current mortgage company goes to pull our credit scores, then it will be considered a soft hit, because once a mortgage company goes and does one pull, which is a hard inquiry, you have other lenders have 14 days. Maybe it's a different variant, but we were told 14 days for another lender to go and pull your credit, and it would be considered a soft hit. So we made the decision that, yeah, we're going to go. I'm going to drink some tea, guys. Hold on. So good. We decided that we're going to let, the other lender pull our credit just to see, because preliminarily, whatever that word is, can't say it, sorry, it's in the morning time. We had conversations with this lender before, and they were saying, well, we can give you a 3.6 interest rate with no points. And he did the math with us, and he was like, there's not much of a big difference, maybe $100, maybe $68. It really just depends on the market. And we were like, we feel more comfortable with that. I just don't want to pay points. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but it's how I feel, or it's how we feel at this moment. And so we decided to move forward. So he did pull our credit. He told us that he did, but he wasn't available to speak with us as of yet. So hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to him today to discuss what is it that he saw. And we also thought, you know what? Well, while you're doing that, can you at least let us know that if we don't put the substantial amount of money down that we want on the home, to at least have an affordable mortgage, because our goal is not to live house poor. That is not going to happen. What would it be if we decided to just put the 20% down and just to get into the home, and then take it from there, and whether that be sell this, my home that I've been in for 22 years. Yes, 22 years, guys, to sell this, or maintain this by the grace of God and pay that mortgage, and also possibly add additional interest payments to that mortgage, or sell this home, as I mentioned, and still add additional interest payments to that mortgage, because we would have had the sale of this home to be able to do that. So that is our prayer. We're asking God to completely work out, we strategized, we thought about it, we prayed about it, and sometimes that's all that you can do. You pray, you give it to God, and you just see what happens, and you just hope and pray that it's favorable, which I believe it is, that it will be. But this interest rate world is just really crazy right now, 2022. And, we're just going to see exactly what's going to happen. So I just wanted to come on real quick and just kind of discuss and be transparent about this journey again, and discuss where we are. We haven't quite locked in yet, but within another couple of days, we probably will be in the month of February. So if we chose to do a 90-day lock, so if we say February, March, April, May, then at least that covers us to May. Because if you don't close within 90 days from the time that you lock, then you got to pay every day. And that's a fee. Who wants to continue to give people money? I got a house to decor. I got things to do. I got bags to pack. I got vacations to go on. So, money is the strategic planning of money is very important right now in the Simmons household. And so that's one of the things that we've just been, talking back and forth and stuff like that. And so I just ask that you just, comment if you have an opinion. But at the end of the day, we're going to make the best choice for us. But the interest rate is right where we are in discussion, which is the next thing that we need to talk about and finalize. And hopefully in the next couple of days, we're going to actually have that done. So thanks for tuning in, and enjoy the rest of the video. And what I want you to do, I want you to have an amazing day on purpose. Hello guys, week 8, as promised, some footage, not too much. Not too much happened new on the outside. They're working on the inside. They're doing or have done electrical and plumbing and HVAC and all that good stuff. Got probably more pictures will come later, but guys. This is soon to be ours, and they already started on the lot next door to us. So I just hope that we have enough private space room, because those two windows right there, those two windows is the office, and I plan on being there a lot, and I just want to make sure that we have enough space. So this is them beginning the lot next door to ours. So I hope they're just as super excited as we are.
Hi guys, this is the end of week 8. We just went through a pre-drywall meeting. Everything's looking good, y'all. Looking good. I think y'all need to stay tuned. It's coming together real nice, real nice. Stay tuned.